Hello, what's up? It's me. It's a dude playing Vijay games. As far as I know, I got inventory and abilities and such sorted out. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Rhea, right? I forgot to talk to Rhea, and I don't think we can do it from here, but we'll try. If we can, that's just convenient. We're gonna start this video off with a whole bunch of support things. Why is that one a different color? I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this started, and then we're gonna do a whole bunch of fighting, because it's the final weekend which we're gonna do battles on, and then like 2 days later is the end of the month, so... Oh, you can do it from here. Hey!
Welcome, Professor. This is the first time I have welcomed you here, is it not? There is no need to be nervous. Please, come closer. When you speak with me here in this room, you are not speaking with the Archbishop, but with Rhea. It's just me. What a sweet child you are. My apologies. I should not be treating you like a child. As Gerald's kin, somehow you don't seem at all a stranger to me. Speaking of Gerald, may I ask if he ever spoke of me to you?
Not at all. He said you were frightening. I actually don't remember. I don't... Until we got here, I don't think he said anything. But when we got here, I don't remember what he said. I think he said frightening or something to that extent, but I don't remember.
Oh dear, how heartless of him. In any case, let us endeavor to become closer from here on out. Since you are here, shall I tell you about the Gerald that I knew?
Oh man, juicy
By the
secrets.
look of it, you haven't heard much about his time at the monastery, have you? When I first met Gerald, he was quite young. Why, he could not even grow a full beard at that point. On one fateful occasion, the band of mercenaries he belonged to fought alongside the Knights of Seiros. I was traveling with the Knights at the time, and Gerald jumped in front of an attack meant for me. He was gravely wounded, on the verge of death. I tended to his wounds in a desperate attempt to save his life. Thankfully, my efforts were not in vain. Gerald managed to escape a seemingly certain death. I made arrangements for him to receive further care at Garrick Mach. The moment he was deemed fully recovered, I invited him to join the Knights. Well, it is not a story I have often repeated. Even at the monastery, there are not many who know that. I tell you this because, to me, you are the child of the one who saved my life all those years ago. And also... Never mind. It is nothing. I simply wanted to say that I trust you. By coming to visit with me today, you have... well... suffice it to say that my day is brighter than it otherwise would have been. I thank you for that.
Am I Rhea's son? Probably not, but who knows?
Your Highness, sorry, I mean Dimitri, would you, do you want to train together today?
Ash, of course, I'm glad you asked. After classes conclude for the day, meet me at the training ground. I'll be waiting. And afterward, let's plan on dinner. We'll certainly have worked up an appetite.
Oh, yes, I suppose, I mean, sure, that is, it would be my pleasure to dine with you? I mean,
Ash.
I'm sorry, Your Highness. I'm just no good at this. I'll do my best to improve.
Are you still worrying over what I said to you before?
I'm trying to do as you asked, but it's just completely against my nature.
Trust me, I understand the urge to show respect where it is due. However, that is not the case here. Yes, I was brought up in a different family and raised in a different way, but otherwise, you and I are the same.
That all makes sense, Your Highness. But I just can't bring myself to speak to you in such a casual way. Sure, when you get right down to it, royalty like you and common folk like me, we're all just people. But the common folk still rely on the nobility to keep the peace and to keep them safe. Commoners pay the price for that in taxes and respect. That's what Lenato says.
I suppose I can understand that point of view. But the flaw in your logic is that I am not king just yet.
But that's not all there is to it.
Hmm?
I also respect you as a person.
Gasp.
You carry the weight of the whole kingdom on your shoulders. You're a faultless warrior, and you're always so kind to your allies, even me.
On all accounts, I can say the same of you. But you also have a strong heart. I can't say that about myself. No matter the circumstance, you are never drawn toward darkness. That mindset of yours has done me well on countless occasions.
Well, I do my best. So I guess mutual respect between us is what's really the most appropriate.
Precisely. Which means there's never any need to be nervous or uncomfortable around one another. It seems we may have circled back to where we started with this conversation, but let's at least agree that we both should learn to bend a bit. How's that sound?
All right. Let's start from the beginning then. Would you like to train with me today, Your Highness?
Of course, Ash. Come at me with everything you've got.
You forgot the dinner part. It was important. I really do want to know why that's a different color. Like it's slightly faded. Well, that answered that question. Okay, well, that can't continue until we do the paralog then. Ash's, I assume? Maybe Felix's. Maybe they share one.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Have you been there long? I was absorbed in this book.
Another silly legend?
First of all, they're not silly. And second of all, no. It's an essay that speaks to uncommon and challenging battle scenarios. I've been researching such things since you proposed your unique strategy. Listen to this. Your commander gives orders that put your hometown in extreme danger. Do you carry out the orders or protect your hometown?
What nonsense. I was talking about real-world tactics, not some dumb ethical question.
Whatever your personal feelings on the matter, I see similarities between such tactics and these dumb ethical questions. I haven't read beyond this one, but I think the obvious answer is to follow your commander. The duty and pride of being a knight demand that you follow orders, regardless of your own feelings. But if I were put in such a position, I don't know how I'd fare. In fact, were someone to carry out those orders, I know that I'd attempt to stop them.
Stop bothering with all this. You're not meant to be a knight.
Wow.
Go find a husband.
Wow.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
I know you hate the ideals of chivalry and pride. So much so, you prefer to escape your duty as your family's heir. You have no right to criticize me for my ideals.
Perhaps not. At least I know not to heedlessly obey orders. I know not to romanticize blind obedience. My brother taught me to think for myself.
Don't you dare bring Glenn into this.
You're right. Forget it.
I need to see this evolution of Phoenix that has been hinted at by various people. Not Phoenix, Felix. Why did I call him Phoenix? Whatever. This doesn't show up, right? Yeah, okay. The faded out one's not going to show up on that menu, so it's not going to bother me
Okay,
immensely.
now that you know the technique, go ahead and solve this problem.
Ah, I've got it. Finally.
See? Isn't it fun to learn?
Absolutely. You're great at this, you know. You really seem to have all the answers. I wish I could study and just soak up knowledge like you. How did you get so good at this?
Well, studying was something of a necessity for me.
What do you mean?
My father was one of the king's knights. One day, he never returned home. He just left without ever saying a word to me or my mother.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Losing a father so suddenly? I completely understand.
After he left, I thought a lot about where he might have gone. My father was a devout believer, so I was certain he must have come here, to Garreg Mach.
Here? Really?
That's why I was determined to gain acceptance into the academy. I needed to come here so I could search for my father. The problem was that I needed money to get in. Lots of it. And I didn't have any at all. So I entered the School of Sorcery in Ferdiad first, hoping I could somehow find a path here. I studied tirelessly until I finally earned myself a recommendation.
Oh, wow. So for you, studying has been like a way to meet your destiny.
Destiny, huh? Well, yes, but it's a bit embarrassing when you put it like that. Now I have other reasons for wanting to keep trying hard. I want to protect all of my friends and allies here. I'm studying hard so I can be as useful as possible to everyone I hold dear.
You've worked so hard. I really respect that. I'm going to follow your example.
All this study talk, too much study talk, to be honest.
Okay, Mercy. This time we're gonna be really good and get the supplies with no detours.
You're so good at sticking to a plan. I should leave the shopping to you. I'll stay out of your way and just browse.
Hey, that's not fair. I want to browse too.
Looks like you girls are having a good time.
Uh-oh.
Annie? Is this a friend of yours?
I've never seen this person before. I'm sorry to be rude, but we're kind of busy.
Wait a minute. I think you're shopping with money you stole. But no need to worry your pretty little heads. I'm just gonna have to take it back for us common folk.
Ah, yes.
Step back, Mercy. This could get dangerous. Listen here, you. There's no way you can win against me.
She's not wrong.
I don't want to fight you, but I will if I have to. So just back away.
Actually, both of
You
them
think
could
you can
destroy
talk to
this
me
dude.
that way? I'm gonna...
Oh, the knights are coming!
What?
Annie, run!
This is far enough. We should be safe.
I hope so. But what were you thinking? That sort of behavior isn't like you at all.
I thought you were in danger, Mercy.
You're actually blaming me for this? It's like I don't even know you anymore.
Mercy! I was just trying to protect you.
How was that blaming her? What? Actually, what? I don't understand. Anyway, we're gonna have three actually back-to-back battles here. This is probably gonna be the whole video, is just battles, because we've got these two quests, which are remarkably low level. What level is this? 13? Oof. Oof. We're a little over-leveled. And I suspect that's going to get worse as the time goes on, as the game goes on. And by worse, I mean our level gap between us and like the actual mission. But that's alright. Banish the bandits. What do we got? Oh, this is the first map. Yeah, the map you do the three-house battle on. Except everyone's squished out. It's a whole bunch of people with axes. Like a whole bunch of people. He's just gonna have bullying. Yeah. Alright, I don't particularly care where people are, so let's go kill stuff. This should be easy. I'm pretty sure our lowest level is like 7 above, recommended 6 above. Oh right, I forgot Flame's such a low level.
I'll give it my all.
Should've moved her up
Let us
so that she
away.
could actually hit something. She'll chill over there. Who needs the XP the most besides those two? Annette, Felix. Just Annette and Felix.
Here goes.
My girl Annie and my boy Felix. Not really my boy, but
What's done is done.
oh, there you go. Easy level. Let me see that magic stat. No, I mean speed's good.
Everyone will be so pleased.
Her speed is remarkably low.
I'll go.
This is very aggressive
I'm on it.
positioning, but I think we should be alright.
Ready.
I say especially if I do this, but she's probably going to kill the person that attacks her anyway. Ash, you need some more damage, my boy. They'll both attack if he does that? Yeah. My boy Ash needs a
Stay focused.
smidgen more damage. Because he needs to... He needs to be able to two-shot people that he's trying to attack. But anyway, Annie's gonna kill everyone that hits her.
That worked out.
So putting someone to her flank doesn't mean both of them don't get to attack because they're going to die, thus opening the flank. But they both missed anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Can't afford to lose.
You're weak.
In fact, it appears that nobody... Oh, he has the wrong weapon on. Oh well. Nobody can hit any of the characters I have right now. He's got the Levin sword on. Which I don't think is what he should have equipped. I want to start pulling people towards us. Preferably with minimal risk to my own units getting hit. Figure out. You're attacking her? Quite a rude. I'll use 0 chance you can kill him, right? Forgot about that. Can you hit him and not kill him? Yes. Also put the hero's relics on the appropriate people, I believe. So he should have access to Ruined Sky. There it is. And then I think the other person who has one is Ingrid. Can you kill it? Hey, don't miss. Thanks.
I am spent.
I gave her fuck all XP. I would say that's alright, but I wish she'd gotten more XP than that.
Too slow.
The only person that's been hit by, so far by anything is Sylvain. Everyone else has dodged. Which is quite the accomplishment, honestly. You're going to attract a lot of attention if you do that. As are you. I would rather you kill the mage, because that gets you more XP. Because he gets some more damage XP. I think that adds up to a whole lot. But I'd like it if you could kill both, but it's okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and finish him off.
That is that.
I would like to hit 20 with some people this weekend. Oh, jeez. You know, apart from the archer, if all of those people would come at her when she was in this tile, that would be pretty good. The extra 40% evade basically makes her impossible to hit. I could bring you up here, but you're going to make a whole lot of friends. I don't think I really want you to do because you're not to do, unfortunately. much as I might wish that you indeed were to do. Split the attacks out a little bit. I want to get 20 so we can put some people on some intermediates. I think they're intermediate classes? I don't remember.
Had to be done.
Whatever the level 20 tier of classes is. Nobody can aim. I mean, they're all axe users. That's the advantage we're in right now, is the fact that they're axe users.
That worked out.
So they have such a miserable chance to hit. But when they do, you know,
That's it.
decent damage application, but we're so horribly over leveled that it doesn't matter. Alright, Ash. Can you kill this archer? I mean, you can't attack the archer if I put you right there. You can kill the archer. May as well. He's gonna get countered. Dodge? Nope. 46%.
That's how it goes.
And it lands.
I'm starting to see results.
Dex and strength and speed, all very good stats for him to get. Oh, that guy moves. I want to use this on this dude. I mean, it kills him. Can we kill him with a combat art? Sure, we'll use Luin, which has access to Burning Quake, which does a fuck ton of damage. Good lord. It's a fancy spear. Lance, sorry.
Aiming for greatness.
Downside of that is she now has it equipped. Blaine needs XP.
I prevailed.
Blaine pretty badly needs XP. Well, I mean, she's still ahead of this particular mission, I think. But still. Mages seem really strong in this game. I don't have to worry about durability on any of their shit. They just beat the shit out of things for free. Sylvain needs a... Hey!
I'm pretty much perfect.
I don't know about that, but I also don't know what that does. Oh, you can move again. I just forget. Let's get me a smidgen of XP while we're here.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Sylvain's gonna get hit, and I'm not really worried about him. I don't know why he's choosing Sylvain of all targets. But he is, so... Alright, Ash. Final blow. Bit of an unceremonious way to die.
I must steel myself.
Also, there were no purple or yellow sparkly spots on this mission. I just noticed that. Alright. We can, because it is normal, we could do this one and get even more XP, but I'm just gonna not and kind of bank on at least a couple of people being able to hit 20. I could do the other one and basically guarantee we get 20s. I don't think we need it though. How does the Switch controller do gyro? Because I'm never holding the controller flat when I start the game, or the console. And yet, seems to be mapped properly. I'm not sure why. Swords, ooh, armor boy. Entirely swords, 2 armor boys, and a healer. Why there's always a healer in that blanket there, but again, it doesn't matter. What the positioning of units is, if I hit the right button, there we go. I'm not at all concerned. You need to switch your weapon before you start hitting things.
Just try. Seems I prevailed.
There's no ranged units, so she can actually just sit there. Well, there is actually a mage back there.
I'm on it.
Let us away.
Kill. He also won't kill, but he almost does. Surprising amount of damage considering an armored foe. I feel like I should stop picking up these purple things because they're just clogging my inventory more than anything else.
I am spent.
There we go. Magic? Magic and speed?
Feel my strength building.
And resistance. She's got no defense, but that resistance is absurd. Oh man, a rusted bow. Fantastic.
I'll cut
Dimitri, run up here. Make some friends for me. Use the training lights. The fact that I can still efficiently kill people with the starting training weapons is a thing that I wasn't expecting to be able to do.
Here we go.
To be honest with you.
I won.
She's always surprised when she wins.
Stay focused.
He's only gonna get hit by one person,
Here goes.
so I'm not too worried about him. He should maybe potentially kill him on the counter. If he doesn't, we can just have him kill him next turn for the XP. He will kill him, easy.
I must steel myself.
He needs more dodge rate, which considering his dex, I'm
starting to see results.
I'm honestly surprised. Why would you attack me?
As expected.
I'm probably the only person in range, but still. Alright, and that... Finish this dude off. By finish, I mean delete him.
Can't afford to lose.
Thank you. Maybe we won't get 20s. I'm spreading the XP out a little heavily, I think. I also do like that it shows the support ranks for people. Sit down. No, I'm actually, yes. Go make friends with him. He's not gonna do anything to you anyway. Make a few friends. Just a few. Oh wow, 1 health. All these people getting left low out here. Which would be great if I wasn't gonna try and hit them with 20 anyway. A fight for the ages between those two. Oh, you're gonna move. I'm pretty sure Ingrid can hit 20 right here off of one of these enemies. I don't think it matters who.
Over already?
Never mind, she needs 2. over there and chill.
Just give up.
Leave him there. Blaine's gonna get hit by something if she stays here. So she'll move slightly that way and lose out on that XP, but it's better than her getting hit, so. Oops. What do you mean unequip? Oh right, you can't attack right next to him. I keep forgetting about that. He can counter, but not attack.
I won that?
What do you mean you won that? He had 1 health. What were you expecting? Let's do this. I'd rather have them attacking Ingrid than doing anything else. She might level up off the damage, yeah. Level 20. Those are okay stats, I guess. I mean, she's getting speed, so I might overvalue speed.
Over already.
Rip that man.
Saw that coming. Who's next?
Dimitri's Stroll. Dimitri's about to level. I'm just doing Noble with him though. What if he needs anything. Master darting blow and triangle attack. Options. Okay, who's closest to 20? I'm pretty close. Technically him. Him and then me.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Who are you attacking? Her. You're going to kill yourself, so instead I'll just kill you for you. A great statement.
Stay focused. I must keep aiming higher.
My group has an extremely high average dexterity. We already hit 20. He's not going to hit 20 off of killing this dude. And she's not capable of reaching far enough to hit him. So... I don't rally, just chill. Pretty sure I want Flame to get the XP here. So we're just gonna wait. So to get you over there, I think I have to move you. You can just sit on the house, it doesn't matter. Flying, that's what you do. I need to move you, actually. There you go. You will not kill him. He's too powerful. And for some reason you want to attack Dimitri? Oh no, Felix. Which is understandable considering he has no defense. Resistance, whatever. It's going to be a long, drawn-out attempt to kill this person. The longer we do this, the riskier it is. Because if he crits, that's bad. Of course, I could just heal. Is she the only one that has healing equipped? She might be.
You're a big help.
Oh. And now we pass the turn again.
So obvious.
I'm pretty sure his crit rate is basically nothing, but still, we'll pick that up. It's probably garbage. It is garbage. But still.
It's the
the least I could do.
Good job playing, you've done it. It took about 1 billion years, but you've done it. I'm proud of you. Renown increased. Yay. Alright, there's 2 of the 3 battles.
Thank you so much. Thanks so
Now we gotta do
much.
the story one. Takes the game so long to load, it's killing me.
I have gratitude.
Thank you.
End of the war. What? Special dish in the dining hall. Partake in festivities? Yes. Sure.
Oh, this takes me back.
This looks delicious.
Indeed, of course. You got an entire fucking turkey. Chicken. I think it's turkey. Alright, it's time for the fight.
You've done me a great service.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're also welcome. Advanced exams, that's what they're called. Okay. So, Dimitri can, and in fact he has the option of becoming a paladin. Doesn't have the writing for it. But the stat gains on that. Quite the stat gains. %75% chance on that. 144. Alternatively, I could make him Lord, which is a 67 because he sucks with swords. Which gives him charm. Let's look at our other options here for advanced. Ingrid can't do advanced? Why not? She's got fuck all axe skill, so she can't do Wyvern Rider. Forgot about that little tidbit requirement. I don't really like axes. She loses a decent chunk of resistance there. Seriously. Gains a lot of defense though. Well, she can't do anything. Those are the only 2 options. So, you know what? Let's see if Dimitri can pass Paladin. 75% chance. He's just lacking in a little bit of writing. A bit of a waste of a seal not to wait for 100%, but... Oh. Dimitri has failed 2 exams.
Work harder.
So, rip him, unfortunately. And those are the only 20s we got. So everyone, well not everyone, a bunch of other people should hit 20 after this mission. Let me quickly, we got another support thing to watch. Let me quickly store some of this trash that's in our inventory. I don't really know why I gave... Oh, I know why I gave him the accuracy ring, because the lance has terrible hit rate. It's like down there at 65 where axes usually are, so I gave him the ring. And I gave them appropriate stabs for their main priorities. Right. That's also stored. Alright. May as well watch this support thing. Oh, we got a few, apparently. Oh, it's just 2. The stat increases you get. It's pretty good, actually.
That's a heavy sigh. Again.
Yeah? That's the sigh of exhaustion after spending the past month apologizing for your behavior to, well, everyone.
Apologizing? I've been pretty darn restrained lately.
If by restrained you mean falling all over yourself to garner the attention of every passing female, then yes, you've been quite restrained. Mark my words, the more you hurt people, the more weighty the repercussions will be. Your actions will come around to bite you.
Ha! If I get bitten, that's all just part of the game. Heck, I had one girl's brother come after me with a pitchfork.
If you end up getting maimed or killed by a pitchfork, don't expect me at your funeral. Glenn used to make light of getting hurt too. Then one day, he got more than hurt. Now he's gone.
I'm sorry. I was being... You're right. I know what it did to you when he died. It hurt to see you hurt, and not be able to do anything. When you wouldn't even come out of your room to take care of your horse.
Nothing affected me the way his passing affected me.
Well, I'm happy that you're better. Seeing you out and about helped me relax enough to be able to flirt with girls again.
Your predictability is utterly disappointing. When I finally stopped mourning, you know what brought me back? My concern for you.
Me?
You know you can't get along without me following in your shadow and caring for you. You flirt with anything that has a pulse, offend people left and right, and constantly cause commotions.
Huh. The truth really does hurt.
Please, Sylvain, consider your actions before you carry them out. And stop acting so nonchalant about getting hurt or killed. Promise me that.
Okay. I promise.
He wasn't looking at her. It's all a lie. Alright, what? Sylvain and Flayn, what could go wrong?
Hey there, Flayn. I thought I'd drop by and see if you'd care for a...
Now, just a moment, Sylvain. If you must speak with me, I implore you to do so from where you stand. My apologies if this comes across as rude, but please do not come any closer to me.
Excuse me?
I am sorry. My brother has explicitly warned me not to go near you.
Sedith said that? I bet he also told you any woman who comes too close to me is, how does he say it? Doomed to misfortune?
He used those very words. Is it true then?
Come on. He's just messing with you, obviously.
Of course I would prefer to believe that, but one can never know for certain. Particularly when similar stories are constantly in circulation about you. I have heard that men and women alike have been seduced by your nefarious ways.
I hate to suggest my talents are being oversold, but...
I have heard that you toy with people's emotions, like a cat toys with its prey.
Do I really look like such a villain to you?
Well, perhaps not. You do not strike me as much of a charmer.
When you put it like that, I feel like I should defend... Yeah, forget it. Let's get to the actual point.
Did I not tell you, Sylvain? Stay away from me.
It's kind of awkward talking from so far away. Can I please step just a little?
Truly, there are countless terrible stories of your behavior. I've heard that you panic when there aren't women around to flirt with, that you've gone as far as flirting with horses and even chickens.
By God.
Oh, come on. Who would even... You should know that your brother has an overactive imagination.
I would like to believe that you are a sincere and reputable person, Sylvain. But there is no smoke without fire. Or so the saying goes.
I may not be the most respectable fellow you'll ever meet, but...
Until I can be certain, please refrain from coming too close to me. Now, if you will excuse me, I must be on my way.
Flayn, wait! Come back! And she's gone. All I was trying to do was deliver a message. Flayn, hey! The professor said we need to come to the cathedral! I'll run really far ahead so you don't have to walk near me! There, I tried telling her. The professor can't be mad about that.
It's technically true, he did try. Give him some credit there. Alright, on to the mission. Now that we've had that extremely entertaining dialogue. I just like the idea of him going into a panic and flirting with everything. It's time. Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
So, this is to be our battlefield. Gronder Field. Are you feeling confident, Professor? Excellent. That's most reassuring. We can win, I'm sure of it. After all, it's not as though we've spent the last half year sitting idle. And I'm feeling stronger this moon. As though I could conquer 1,000 opponents all on my own. You can depend on me. I hope you know that. Well, it's about time for the battle to begin. Everyone, brace yourselves.
All I'm worried about is finding someone worthy to cross swords with.
We've prepared and trained a great deal. We should be fine, right?
You're always so carefree, Mercy. Don't forget we need to try our hardest out there so we can win.
This is our chance to show how hard we've been working. Let's do our best.
If I emerge victorious in the lauded battle of the Eagle and Lion, the ladies are sure to take notice. I'll have to go into hiding.
Ugh, is that all you think about? Yeah, actually, so long as you try your hardest, frame it however you like.
I shall give it my all.
No matter the battle, I will never falter.
Are you sure about
Counting
that,
on your
Dudu?
guidance, Professor. Let's show the world what the Blue Lions are made of.
Are you sure about that statement, Dudu?
My thank you so much. Thanks so much.
It's like a tiny window.
I have gratitude.
Might just be because my hands are shaky. Probably because my hands are shaky, but there's a very tiny window where you can get the little character model to freak out down there. I gotta do something on the loading screen, you know? Alright, so there's multiple flying enemies, a third party over yonder. Ignatz with some Alliance soldiers for some reason. Just generic Alliance soldiers. Ah, hey, there they are. So there's Claude. Edelgard is everything red, so she has most of the map control. There's a lot of archers in Claude's army over here. Glad he's a brawler. I don't know what I was expecting, but I'm glad he's a brawler. There's a chest down there. Do they move? They do move. Okay. Worried about her because she's an axe user with an accuracy ring, but we'll see. Worried about everyone generally. Alright, well. I'm not gonna move my units. Shouldn't matter too much. Have to do some positioning anyway.
The battle of the Eagle and Lion is set to begin at long last. Everyone, show off the results of your dedicated training.
Remember, we're not just fighting for honor. There's a prize at stake.
It's almost time to begin. Steel yourselves, everyone.
Hello, Eagle. Where's the lion at? Oh, everyone's here.
You all should know, I am not about to go easy on you today.
As long as we can pull off the win, doesn't matter how.
Our victory must be absolute, no matter what it may take.
It is time.
Forward, now!
For honor!
He doesn't say anything. No words from Claude. Alright, let's go. You can earn a reward if you defeat more enemies than other classes. Units who are defeated will not be permanently lost. Okay, so I can be like hyper aggro. Okay.
I'm on it.
Cavalry v cavalry? Who are you attacking? Him. Okay. I was like, how?
Ready.
What's the order of operations here?
Here goes.
You can go with them. Someone.
I'll cut through.
What is this targeting? Holy shit, she's got some range. What? Holy shit, she's got some range. I know it's a longbow, but what the fuck? So she's got the longbow, which is 2 to 3, and she's got +1, which makes it 4. That does not account for this. Oh, she's on a... I see. She's on a ballista. Okay. I was like, what the fuck is this range? So she's a threat. Because she's going to shoot the shit out of anything she can target. Which is unfortunate, because I don't think there's really much I can do about that.
Here we go. Let us away.
And it's
Stay
a pretty
focused.
high chance to hit, too. It's 77%. If I move him out of range, it's gonna go to flame, which isn't really any better. It missed. Hey. Also sort of assuming that's not an AoE siege weapon.
Just give up.
That's a lot of XP actually.
The Black Eagles and Blue Lions are fighting. Maybe we can sneak right past them.
Perhaps you can? You guys don't have a lot of movement. He does. He's gonna go get himself killed. Perhaps I should have moved a few people east to garner some attention. I don't know. We need to get Bernie off of this shit like as soon as we can. But she's just gonna keep attacking Ash because he's gonna be the weakest target. A little movement range around these parts. Curious why he wants to attack me instead of another target. It's gonna take a while to get everyone across this bridge, but you know. It's a little too much attention for my liking. Continues being a little too much attention for my liking. I won't go there. We're just gonna have to soak hits from Bernie until we actually get up there. Ow. That's a lot of damage for the range that thing has, and accuracy for that matter. Imperial soldier stronger than Alliance soldier, confirmed.
As expected.
How come I don't have generic soldiers? Kingdom
Such power
soldiers.
dwells within.
Bad stats. Ingrid's damage is shockingly low. More realistically, I guess, these knights, these Pegasus knights have shockingly high damage,
A
I guess.
stronghold for me to seize? Splendid.
Splendid. Where's the stronghold at?
goes Lawrence acting on his own. Guess we've got no choice but to capture the central hill and cover it.
Is that the stronghold he's talking about? He's a throwing. Oh, he's got the throwing spear thing. Is it actually a fortress? Because that complicates things if so. I also need to get Annie healed at some point, somehow, if we can. Although, right, she has unspeakable range, so... she can actually just run up here and heal her. There we go.
Thanks.
Good healer. Hey! Faith level 4. Easy clap. That's just a ballista up there. A stronghold tile, just a ballista. Bow skill of D or higher. I can reach her and get rid of her. That's probably a good idea. Sorry, Bernie.
That is that.
The chest key. I can go aggro on Ignatz, but that opens a lot of angry people in my direction. Who's attacking who here? There's some shit going down. I do want you over here, actually. You can kill Pegasus Man for me. I accidentally used Curve Shot. I didn't mean to, but I did, so. What do you look like for damage? Not great. I can kill you. The cost of a lot of health. Oh, you missed
I
it.
aim for greatness.
This is fun. But you, unfortunately, will not have the range to hit him. So Ash has to soak that. Who are you people attacking? A lot of things. There's a variety of attacks going off here. Well, let's move you first. Basically, if I move him forward at all, we're gonna attract some attention that I probably don't want. If I move you forward at all, we also attract attention that I don't want. So you're just gonna sit back there for now. 21, ooh. That's a spicy hit. Oh, right. He's ranged, I forgot. That's why he doesn't care. Oh, and he's got a debuff on that. They're definitely going for Edelgard over there.
Nice try.
Who is very passive in the back at the moment.
Who's next?
Hey, Spears B plus lances, whatever.
Should I have held back?
Nope. Why would you hold back? It's a fight. A fight with a prize. I'm pretty sure I've killed the most.
Move carefully.
Alright, Ash. He will kill you with the counterattack. So I think you just pop a hole in there. I want him on the siege equipment up there. You can just finish him off.
That worked out.
Then what? Ah, look who it is over here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure Dimitri's just gonna slap me Ingats in the back here. Yeah.
Is that all?
What do you look like here? The little Levin sword? You're remarkably resistant, as it turns out. Ah, almost did it. Procced the first hit, but not the second one. You just debuff by mere existence, don't you? Why is that? Strength -6 for 1 turn after combat. It's a lot of strength minus. Well, he needs to die, so... Otherwise he's just gonna keep hitting shit, obviously. That should be apparent. Ooh, nice
This
level.
is what a real man looks like.
A real man needs some more resistance, but nice level anyway. You move again. Nice extra movement there. 10 out of 10.
Much appreciated.
Alright, what we're looking at from the Imperial side here. Now that they're actually under attack. Good lord.
I created a plan.
Oh, I hate this. No, it actually hit. God damn it. The AI really likes ranged weapons on like everyone, which is true. I should probably do that. Because it keeps you from getting counterattacked by everything. He might change his attacks because they moved. Yeah. Ow. Was me hitting the desk, but also that's a lot of damage. Ah, you have a throwing weapon. Again with the throwing weapons. We do have a failure condition. So while I don't need to worry about people falling in battle,
Just give up.
I do need to be aware of that failure condition, which is me and Dimitri, I think. What's the... No, not that. It's the fucking... Got a brain for it. Yeah, it's me and Dimitri. You don't die to that, and you don't die to that. Very sturdy.
I'll give it my all.
The solution to this is to hit you with this ballista. Having said that, he's just chilling over there. He can move, but it doesn't seem like he will. Also got a bunch of archers sitting there. He's content to just sit there. Does he have an item? No. Does anyone have an item? Nope. Alright, can you kill her since she's decided to make you sit here and wait? Yes, if you use that, it turns out. May as well. Is it cheating to use heroes' relics? That's allowed, right? I need like so far out of position now.
Oh, thanks.
Come on. There's gonna be some changes in targets over here. Because they're basically all targeting this dude who has no health. And in fighting this, I'm gonna drop all the way down to 15, which is a spooky quantity of health. Your Gambit doesn't even kill. And unfortunately, she's not in line to get hit by, or the other two to get hit. We're gonna do this. It kills her. We're gonna drop down our health a little, possibly. But we'll heal at the end anyway.
As expected.
At least I think we healed the end. No, we healed the start. I don't know. It's a lot of damage for a throwing weapon. I think Raphael's fought. He didn't anticipate the quantity of ranged attacks. Alright, well their target's dead, but a new target has arisen. Potentially. I'm going for Caspar. She'll win this at the cost of most of her health. Boosted stats. How come I don't have boosted stats? I should have boosted stats. I've been beating the shit out of things. Guard. Guard. Animal friend. Chance to survive lethal damage with 1 HP. Alright, well, fuck you, I guess. This is why you take the hill with the siege equipment on top of it. Easy clap.
What's up?
Takes a lot of damage, just that Felix fella. You can actually reach her. Okay.
Be gone.
Finish her off. I can move myself up to finish this one off. And I'm not in range to be attacked, it appears.
You fought well.
Dimitri's so far off on his own. I want to kind of have him go fight Claude, to be honest with you. I mean, I think we have to at some point. He's just kind of been chilling. Chill over there. You might garner some attention that you don't want soon. Yeah, how come I don't get boosted stats, man? Well, Edelgard has come out to play. How scary are you? Holy shit. Very rapidly answered that question. That's gonna hurt.
If you stand in my way, I will cut you down until you have no blood left to bleed.
Yeah, by God. Yeah, me too. Me.
What? I was just trying to rally your spirits. Now, to victory!
How do you rally my spirits by beating me to death? Nice dodge. Outplayed.
We must have...
Wish that was better,
I'm
but
sorry, but I must retreat. You should have no trouble winning. Don't give up.
almost everyone's gone. I hope I have no trouble winning.
Why am I even here?
To fight people, Felix? You piece of shit.
Not good enough.
Also to get garbage levels consistently, because that seems to be a thing. Oh, right, I forgot about the archers. Completely forgot about that pile of archers down there. Whatever they've been doing this whole time is not contributing. Alright, well the only person left back here is a mage. She should fairly easily handle that. He's also not moving. Or targeting anything. Oh, he's a healer. Just content to wait for his doom, I suppose. And I don't think you can target anything. No. He just walked up to me and stood there. He didn't attack, just stood there.
Too slow! So obvious.
These archers are very untrained.
Won't work.
Like, their hit rate is miserable. Alright, well, Ingrid's gonna beat the dickens out of this dude. I feel a little bad about it, but...
Seems I prevailed.
had to be done. Alright, now you can scoot your booty over here. Me! Go to this chest. Slowly. But surely. She's not gonna be in range to hit any of them. Annoying.
You're out of luck.
Wonder how spooky Claude is. Well, we're about to find out, because that's in attack range. I assume he's got a really high hit rate. Yeah. 14 damage. That's a lot of damage.
Over already.
Well, plan to get XP. But yeah, there's zero way for her to get in range to hit anyone. She'll have Mercedes stand next to her for morale support. Moral support, not morale support, you ding dong. Is he in range of you? Nope. And he will never be in range of you. That's a fancy flourish. For no reason, but you know, style. Alright, Flame, there's basically a 0 chance that you actually kill this person. Yeah, there's a 0 chance you actually kill that person. Much as I would like you to. Is there a way you can not kill them? Okay. I'm pretty sure this is still outside of kill range for Flame, though. Won't I have someone with magic boost? Thought I did, but perhaps not. 1 damage, she would have to crit. She didn't, unfortunately. Three? Okay, solve that problem.
Hey, your royalness. If you promise to let me have the prize, I'll let you take the honor of victory. Do we have a deal?
Enough of your foolishness. Wait a moment. You are trying to anger me, is that it?
Saw right through me, did you? Well, if there's no deal, I'll just have to win this thing fair and square.
I will happily face you here and now. Do not hold back, Claude.
Unfortunately for Claude, he's gonna lose. You see that honorable pause to let him counter? Well, that was a shit level.
And steady.
Could have done better
Sorry,
than that.
but it's about time I make my exit. The rest of you, please finish the job.
By the rest of you, that he means that singular archer that's standing there. Killer Lance. Look at it now, can't we? Okay. High critical rate, 25 crit, 80 hit. Not bad. Bit heavy, but not bad. Alright, well I want Flame to get the XP. He's attacking Flame, so he's going to end himself. Conveniently. Oh. Well, that's a bit rude. Moving out of range like that. Entirely wasted time, but still.
I prevailed. I feel my strength building.
That is the end of this year's Battle of the Eagle and Lion. And the winners are the Blue Lions.
Yay! Clap, clap, clap.
We won! And judging by our performance, I'm certain we have earned the prize as well.
What is the prize? Hey, me getting MVP is good because it gives everyone the shit back. Saves me from having to eat so much food, thousands of calories. An absurd quantity.
My thank you.
Well done, your princeliness. I'm certainly not in any hurry to get on your bad side.
I assumed you would attack us head-on. I clearly need to rethink my opinion of you. Well done, Dimitri.
You both deserve equal praise for a battle well fought. All three houses did extremely well. Don't you agree, Professor?
I think they were nothing. I have to pick one. I mean the Black Eagles had more troops and the innate advantage of having siege equipment. I think they were the stronger one, mostly because of that, so
Not
we'll go
strong
with that
enough,
one.
clearly. If there's ever a next time, know that I plan to wipe that smile from your face.
In any case, I hope the day never comes when we have to put this experience to use.
I wouldn't mind.
Foreshadowing.
I'll accept a challenge from either of you at any time. I'm kidding, of course.
That is nothing to joke about. The true battle of the Eagle and Lion is best left in the past. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually change the name of this mock battle.
How admirable, Teach. On that note, I have a proposition. When we get back to Garrigmach, let's have a grand feast to break down the walls between our respective
Yay,
houses.
my favorite pastime.
And by a grand feast,
Food.
I mean a fairly regular feast in the dining hall.
You really value that kind of thing, don't you? Well, I suppose no harm can come from it. Count me in.
I have no objections either. And you, Professor? You look so happy. I love seeing
Do I?
you like this. I suppose that look on your face is just another boon from this glorious day. Perhaps the best one of all.
There's some romantic interest going off between me and Dimitri, apparently.
I had a wonderful time today, Professor. As usual, I was astonished by how much you ate in the name of celebration. Really, though, I must thank you again. Our victory in the Battle of the Eagle and Lion was thanks in no small part to you. Yes, that is true. But it was your instruction that allowed us to reach our full potential. I feel silly admitting this now, but when you first came to lead our class, you unnerved me. You never smiled, and you never showed anger either. And yet, you didn't appear to be suppressing your emotions. They just weren't there.
Yeah, I don't have any.
At first, I thought perhaps you just didn't care for us. But I soon concluded that wasn't the case at all. For the longest time, I just couldn't tell what you were thinking. It was though you had no humanity whatsoever. You're
Look how
different
sad
now.
I look.
In the half year we've spent together, I've seen the glow of humanity in your eyes and in your actions countless times. I am truly grateful to have had the chance to spend this time with you, Professor.
What are you two talking about? How dare you get chummy without us?
That's enough, Sylvain.
Oh, please. I would love to join you as well. I have so many things I wish to talk to you about, Professor.
Oh, me too. I have so much to tell you. And I want to thank you,
No, I'm
too.
suddenly very busy, I'm
Honestly,
sorry.
Professor, I was only able to achieve so much because you were with us.
Ash is right. You're irreplaceable to us, Professor.
Yes, that! Without you, the Blue Lions... Well, we wouldn't even be the Blue Lions at all. Except for the blue part. Because we'd be sad.
I suppose there are worse things than fighting at your side.
I have had the opportunity to experience much. Please allow me to offer you my gratitude once more, Professor.
As you can see, you have our trust as well as our admiration. I look forward to spending the rest of the year with you. Good. Then let's give it our all this year. Anyhow, it's getting late. We had better return to our quarters and get some rest.
I can
Oh,
only
hello.
call your deeds during the Battle of the Eagle and Lion quite
I
versatile.
was wondering if Sothis would
Comparing
speak to
against
me.
their performance at the mock battle of the Great Tree Moon, the students have grown significantly. It is clear that this is a result of your guidance.
In appreciation of your efforts and to show our high hopes for the future of your students, I award you with this. Please continue to instruct your students as a model teacher.
So, you've made good use of all my power after all. I would have been upset if you had failed at such an easy task.
It pains me to assign such a disturbing mission to you during such a blessed moment in time. However, next month your assignment will be to journey to Ramire Village to investigate an abnormal occurrence there.
Ramire Village. If I recall, you've been there with your father many times.
Is that where I
have yet
started?
to ascertain the details, but it would seem the villagers have been acting strangely. I have already dispatched the knights to verify the authenticity of this information. They should be back shortly. I suggest you begin by finding out what they have discovered.
I pray this is not a bad omen. May the goddess protect you all.
Blessed Lance. What? Smites monsters and restores 10% of HP every turn. No crit rate. Ominous that we got that right there. Suspect the abnormalities might be involving a monster.
Part 1. White Clouds. Red Wolf Moon. The Flame in the Darkness. Hoarfrost now graces treetops and open fields alike, and an icy chill blown in from the north of Fargus blankets the land. All of Fodlan's creatures begin to settle in for a long winter. The setting sun bathes the full winter coat of every wolf in a foreboding scarlet glow. Hunters can now spread the word that the Red Wolves are back on the prowl.
I like that stylized art for the months. Alright, 5,000 dibbly-doos. We have a lot of money that I should probably be spending on something.
That's what we're dealing with. Is there no chance it's an infectious disease?
There are no absolutes in medicine, but the chances are extremely slim. Restless movements, fits of violence, becoming bedridden, or even impossible to wake. With symptoms that varied, there are only a few possibilities. It's either a mixture of poisons or magic, and dark magic at that.
Okay, yes.
You're talking about Remire Village, aren't you, Manuela?
Oh my, if it isn't Gerald. Tell me, what was the first thing you heard?
Everything, after you mentioned that it's not likely an infectious disease. My child and I owe the people of Remire Village. If something's happening there, we must help them.
We scouted the area ourselves. Speak with the knights, hear what they have to say. I must go. Thank you for your help, Manuela.
You know, I'm more than willing to go with you to Remire Village. After all, I owe you my life. If you'd like, I bet we could even manage the mission all by ourselves. Just the two of us.
Oh my. That's nice of you. Yeah, sure.
Professor! A bit of a tease, are we? A girl could get used to this side of you.
Nice try, but I'll be going to the village as well. Enough nonsense. It's time to move out.
As you like. Goodbye, Gerald. Goodbye, Professor.
I'll be in my office making preparations. What about you? If you have the time, it would be helpful if you could go ahead and talk to the knights.
That's not a good sign. Oh, I'm dead.
What's wrong? If anything feels off, return to the infirmary. No need to just grin and bear it. Got it?
Ugh, what could have caused such dizziness? I felt it too. Actually, I felt that way before.
We're turning into a monster. Also, I want my weekend. Excuse me. Let's see what we got. Group tasks. We definitely need writing. People need writing out here. Put Dimitri in there. We'll put... I don't know. Put Ash in there? Sure. A lot of people need writing. Let's look at people we can rank up first. Useful skills, such as writing, perhaps. Specifically our 20s. And Ingrid needs axes. Really don't want to train her in axes, though. Yeah, I really don't want to train her in axes. Hey, perfecto.
I'm sure I'll get it again next time.
I wish you could get it again next time, but alas, I do not believe that you can. No, I don't actually know what authority does. It makes your gambit stronger. I don't know that that's actually particularly helpful, to be honest. Not with her, anyway. She's not going to be on any sort of mount, so... just keep putting it in here. There you go. Alrighty. Ash's writing is almost up. He'll level that from the thing, though, I'm pretty sure. Felix, on the other hand. You actually have a bonus to your black magic. I'm actually using it, but...
Let's get... This could be.
Who else? We've got 3 more and 3 more happy people, so we may as well just do the 3 happy. 3 max motivated people. We may as well get you authority leveled up. Because why not? Defensive tactics.
That worked out well. All due to your code. Thanks.
You're welcome. Do it again. Alright, Ash is for sure gonna level this up on his own. Kinda tempted just to slap more into Bo. Be honest with you.
This... I've...
Teaching seems so ineffective once you start hitting
That's...
like anything above C. It starts getting really, really slow. Now the question with her, do I go ahead and start slapping some points into axes? So I think like even final tier, if she does Falcon Knight, it's Lance and Sword. So she'd have to skip a tier entirely, basically. Well, we're not gonna put Lance or Axe in then, fuck that. Let's keep working on her flying skills. Really? 4 goods? What are the odds of that? Unfortunate, but jeez.
I'd like to ask you something.
Yes? Art has never been my forte, even when I apply myself and sketch it, this is me. Sketch a ton, I don't seem to improve. I can envision an image so perfectly in my head, but turning it into something physical that I feel good about eludes me. Realistically, I'd probably say 2. So that's what we're gonna go with.
Really?
She didn't like it. Still get the XP out of it.
Professor.
You want to focus on sword and reason to become a mortal savant. You know, actually. Sure. Sure. We'll do that. Hello? What's happening?
I see. So you'll be staying here
Who
for
is
some
this?
time then. Honestly, I'm surprised. I've heard it's been a few years since you last donated to the church.
That was merely because of the financial situation of my territory. I assure you it has nothing to do with my dedication to the church. By the way, Dimitri, isn't Edelgard currently enrolled at the Officers' Academy as well?
Yes.
Yes, she's in the Black Eagle House. I don't believe she has any plans to leave anytime soon. Why not pay her a visit?
I may do just that. It's nice to stay in touch with my dear niece every now and then. Of course, I'm also delighted that I was able to speak with my nephew as well. Whether through marriage or otherwise, family is family after all.
Of course. The feeling is mutual.
So his nephew's gonna be king of the kingdom. His niece is gonna be
Professor,
Empress of the
watching,
Imperium.
you should have made your presence known.
Empire? Words.
That was Lord Arundel, the regent for the Empire.
Quite the string.
He is also Edelgard's uncle. My stepmother was his younger sister. We are not related by blood, but he is technically my uncle.
So you and Edelgard.
Yes. My stepmother was Edelgard's birth mother. Edelgard and I are siblings by marriage. We can delve into that topic another time. For now, let's make preparations to investigate what's happening in that village.
Of course.
Oh dear. The princess of the Empire and the kingdom's prince are kin. How very odd.
It is odd.
They likely harbor knowledge they do not wish to share. Oh yes, I'm sure of it. But I suppose we must wait until the time of truth arrives.
My
In
favorite
any
time.
case, about this Arundel. You've heard that name before, correct?
Have I? Was it in the library? If I have heard it, I don't remember. It was the library.
Quite true. We came across that name within the library, right where the prince had been. I thought that Arundel had died. And yet, not so. He seems alive and well. I wonder what the prince had hoped to learn from reading of his uncle's charity. So many things the prince has yet to tell. How bothersome.
I suspect that may not be the true Arundel, but I'm unsure. Anyway, back to teaching. It's Linhardt's birthday. Give some flowers.
Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
We will make a good team.
You can count on me.
Let me see that
Pretty
perfect.
good job, if I do say so myself.
Hell yeah, let's go.
So this is how it's done.
We got a level
It's
from
all coming
Annette.
together.
Oh, she can heal
Well
now.
worth
Hey.
the effort.
And she's learned to win. Hey. Proper offensive magic, let's go. And defensive magic, I guess. Alrighty. It's the first weekend. It is likely explore. It is indeed explore. Certificates. Sylvain. Could probably pretty easily do Paladin. No. Not good enough writing. And Ingrid is skipping advanced. Unfortunately. So Sylvain is low. Dimitri's a little low as well. And I don't know what I would be doing. We'd probably be going to like Sword Master or Assassin. Probably just Sword Master, although Assassin, you know, is cool. Stealth. Oh right, it's harder to target him. Which is technically negative because he's a rather tanky character. Hello game? There it is. I kind of want him to get targeted occasionally. There's no mixed mage in advanced. Awkward. We'll just wait. No certifications, it's explore time. This will probably be the rest of the video is exploration because it's gonna take for fucking
I do
ever.
not know why it is so, but being here makes me feel quite unwell. I am so sleepy and a bit. It is a struggle merely to stay conscious. Are you feeling the same?
Am I?
And yet, it feels familiar. As though pulled from a corner of my memory. From a time long ago.
Oh, is she
I
kicking her
simply
feet?
cannot fathom it.
So her being here has suddenly turned bad. Also, hello, student. This is me, professor. How art thou on this fine day, my student friend? Something in the bushes. Didn't actually read that because I hit the button too fast.
Sorry, I've got a cold.
Get well soon? I mean, no she doesn't. Should I say no you don't? That feels rude.
How did you know? The act was perfect.
She liked that apparently.
Alas, 'tis no mere illness of the body, but a malign affliction of mine soul. So, back to bed.
Oh, okay. ... Agreed. Gotta give out some gifts too as well. 2 as well. I am English good. Greetings. All these lost items I should give out to. Ugh.
I know you figure medicine and magical healing are 2 ways to do the same thing, but it's way deeper than that. Medicine is all about preventing infection and suppressing symptoms with, well, medicine. That's probably obvious. But magical healing is focused on closing up wounds faster, raising a body's vital energy. Stuff like that.
Of course.
Hey, Professor, did you see that my father came by during the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? He left soon after, but I saw him talking to Edelgard first. I wonder what they could have to talk about.
Suspicious.
I guess that would make sense. He is the Minister of Military Affairs, after all. Still, though, I could have sworn those two didn't get along.
Just because you don't get along doesn't mean you don't talk.
Hey.
Especially if it's business. Let's do some garden. It takes Rocky Burdick. It takes so fucking long to actually come get these that I have so many seeds. Oh my god. And most of this stuff is like gifts that I can give to people. There you go. Bunch of flowers. When we cultivate this, any of these cultivates the same, apparently. I'll put some bone meal on it. If it does anything, I have no idea. The gardening screen seems a little, strange to me. But that's alright. We only do it once a month, even though it only takes, 1 week to grow
going to
stuff.
catch me some mighty fish. Just you wait and see. I didn't catch a single fish last month. But this month, oh, this month, I'm casting my line just as the captain taught me all those years ago. You're going with the captain to investigate Ramire Village soon, aren't you? It feels like so long ago that you two came here.
I mean, it's been, what? 8 months or something? I don't actually know how long we've been here. Been a decent while.
So, I'm worried about Ramire. That affliction is a little too mysterious for my liking. I'm pretty sure it's not normal.
It's probably magic. A cursed specter.
Then what could it be?
A cursed specter is what it could be. Gold coin. So many lost items. So little time. Alright, Gatekeeper, what you got for me?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, except that Tomas departed the monastery and has yet to return. Consider that reported. He's been gone for periods of time before and has always returned, so I'm not too worried. Still, I wonder what in the world he's doing out there.
Being suspicious is what he's doing out there. Everyone's suspicious all the time. Hello, an onion.
Hey, welcome.
You guys have a bunch of seeds, a bunch of gifts. A bunch of gifts.
Hello there.
I wonder how much time I actually have. I'm so close to leveling, by the way, that it's unfortunate. Perhaps I should have done a little more fishing. I wonder how much time you have to level up support stuff. Because I definitely have very little support between me and anyone else, to be honest. Like, I feel like I should buy up all of these gifts and just start handing them out to everyone. To get support stuff up. I don't know how much time I have, though. I don't know how far in the game we are. I don't think we're very far in the game.
Right. Hello there.
But being as I've not watched anyone play this and know nothing about it, I actually don't know.
What do you require?
Interesting. Avoid -10. Oof. Man, if only I still had my heavy knight person. Feels bad. I don't think we're gonna buy any. Still, just replenish what we got.
Farewell.
Eventually we'll use the better ones that I have sitting around.
What?
The Pegasus and the Knight ones specifically. Although I don't think there's a major difference between battalions besides the skill that they have.
Hello. You know, Professor, the tournament fish and the meal we indulged in after the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? Why, all of the food I've eaten in this monastery has been absolutely delectable. Every last bite of it.
Food really is the only thing you think about, huh?
Hardly. I think about all sorts of things.
Oh, like tomorrow's menu, for instance?
And also Sylvain's issues.
You know, Professor, why...
Yes, I know. I thought just talking to him specifically would do it, but whatever. Roots Steel. Participate in a mock battle? That's what's known as a free XP.
When news reached us of the disturbance, ours was the first unit dispatched to Remire. We had renowned scholars and accomplished magic wielders with us. In all honesty, I was scared witless the entire time. For all we knew, it was an epidemic like the rumors suggested. And rumors aside, that place had an eerie air about it that chilled you right to the bone.
Spooky.
All this month, His Highness has been going out late into the night. He will not speak of it to me. Professor, do you happen to know anything?
As I recall...
Lord Arundel is here? That may well explain it. His Highness's headaches have been growing steadily worse. I would prefer that he retire to bed early.
Some suspicious activities going on around here. Edelgard.
They say that things rarely, if ever, go according to plan. Still, plan we must. After all, if we don't effectively force things to go our way, nothing will be achieved. How about you, Professor? Are you leading the life you envisioned for yourself?
I mean, I thought I'd be a mercenary, so no. But apparently you didn't actually care about the answer to that question.
Hey, Professor. Can I get your advice on something? I just don't know what to do anymore. I used to think they were the best. But now I can't even stand looking at them.
This is food related. Time heals all wounds.
Good point, Professor. I think I need to see other meats right now. Then I can come back to fish when I'm good and ready.
Sometimes I worry about that character in particular.
Hey there.
Alright. Ooh, items. Hello. Arcane crystal, mint leaves. People out here leaving fucking tea leaves around randomly for some reason. Don't know why. Not gonna question it. It's a video game. What can you actually get with amiibos?
Congratulations.
I don't own
on
any,
winning
and I don't think I ever
Battle of
will,
the
but...
Eagle and Lion. Did you get a special reward? I certainly feel like I earned a special reward. Don't you, Professor?
What does that mean? What do you mean?
Right.
Cut across this way. It's that quest over here, and then we'll just kind of like wrap around oddly. Anything back here? Hey. Anything else back here?
A moment, please.
No. I mean, a moment, please. Can't even talk to you.
Of the 4 or 5 years since I started here, this is certainly the busiest.
Sorry.
It was 4. I've been here 5. What's a year here or there? Don't be petty now, Shamir.
You count your enemies the same way.
If I take care of them quickly, what does it matter how many there are? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you, Professor.
As you were saying, it's been a busy year. There never seemed to be enough hands for the work.
That reminds me. Do you have that thing? If you do, we want it.
What thing?
Want? No, we need it. Give it to me, not her.
Hey now, I'm the one who brought it up. We may be friends, but that's just rude.
A two-toned whetstone.
I have a favor to ask.
What is it? What is a two-toned whetstone? I don't have a two-toned whetstone, do I? No. Someone might want this. Obscure theories about crests. I wonder who that could possibly be. Is there two quests? There's two quests over here.
It was 4. You can't. If I take
As you were
Or-
that want.
Hey now.
Or is it
Hey,
the
you.
same
Do
quest?
me a
Yeah.
favor.
We'll pick up both of them. What could go wrong? I don't know who to give it to.
Professor.
To be honest with you. Someone with a complicated love life.
I'm sorry to
lame.
ask this of you, but I would deeply appreciate it if you would promise to keep my association with Edelgard to yourself. It is a complicated history, what she and I share.
Sure. Whatever floats your boat, dude. Hello, Gilbert. How you doing?
Professor, tell me, is this about Ramire? There are more villagers acting strangely today than yesterday. Knights have been dispatched, yet the underlying cause is as yet unclear, and the most anyone can do is stand back and watch. It is most distressing. Professor, what do you think about all this?
Magic. Punishment from the goddess? Go with
If
illness.
it were indeed a disease, why would it only affect the villagers and not infect the knights stationed there?
Because it's magic, but that wasn't an option, so like, fuck, I guess.
Professor, what have you got there? That's... my goodness, that is just what I've been looking for. I can offer nothing more than this, but I do ask that you consider trading with me.
I don't know why I wouldn't, so no.
I am in your debt, Professor.
What do I get? Tome of Comely Saints. It looks valuable. We're just gonna trade on. I need to talk.
We might make it through last month in peace. But no, another incident just had to arise, didn't it? If only this debacle had to do with crests, why, I'd have gone and dealt with it in an instant.
Like his dedication. Alright. About this here item, which I can't look at as far as I know until I try to give it to someone, so never mind. History buff.
Get it? Ramire Village is in Empire territory, but it's still relatively close to the monastery. Oh, but you know all about that, don't you?
Do I?
The story goes that it was in Ramire Village that Alois found you.
So that was the starting town. I couldn't remember exactly the name of the starting area.
I heard about Ramire Village from some of the knights. It's certainly troubling. If it's a contagion, we at Garrick Mock should be on the lookout as well.
I'll handle it. I don't believe it is.
Oh?
But I'll also handle
Well,
it.
that's better. But I wonder what the real cause could be. Your words are oddly persuasive, Professor. Even if they're not exactly based on anything.
How do you know they're not based on anything? That's just rude.
Professor!
Time to see what's in the shops. As is tradition, my frame rate goes to shit over here. Got umbral steel. There's a lot of umbral steel that gets sold here. Smithing stone, but why? Golden fish. An 11 sword. How much does a golden fish sell for? Why would I buy it for that? I still don't know what hiring them actually does, by the way.
I am so happy to be part of your class, Professor. I honestly cannot recall the last time I interacted with others on a daily basis like this. It reminds
That
me of
feels
when I was
bad.
a child. That was so very long ago now.
You're still a child.
Oh, I mean, very, 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 very long ago.
Yeah? Like a couple weeks or what? I don't know. How old is she? We don't actually know, do we? So many fucking lost items. Ugh. It's gonna take forever. I'm gonna end up doing that off on my own time. Because it's just gonna be me going to everyone and then going down the list and trying to give everything to
The
everyone
librarian
at
is
some
always
point.
out and about these days. And just when I had some questions about a book I'd borrowed. Ugh, now I'm so curious about where he's gone off to. He better come back soon.
I can't remember, you know, specific details about 28 different people. I'm sorry.
Professor.
At some point, I don't know who gets what item, so I just kind of go down the list.
Ah, Professor! The Battle of the Eagle and Lion was such good fun, don't you think?
It was pretty good.
How long are you going to keep harping on about the Battle of the Eagle and Lion?
Oh, come on, let me gush. Did you see how the house leaders came together after the battle? What an incredible thing to witness. Harmony, even after something so hard fought.
True. If they can keep playing nice, perhaps there will be peace in Fodlan after all.
Again, with the foreshadowing going off. There's 100% that's foreshadowing. Like, they wouldn't keep mentioning specific things if that weren't the case. Someone down there by the, we'll just fast travel, whatever. Manuela wants something for some reason.
Hey, wait a minute. What you've got there, isn't that... Please, could you let me have that? Here, I'll give you this in return. Fantastic! Thanks, Professor.
A fire
You have
amulet.
no idea how happy this makes me.
This is like the fucking, that one TV show where you trade items until the dude ends up with like a fucking RV from like a bicycle or something. Should have never made any sense to me, by the way. Like, yes, you can trade something less valuable for something more valuable, but like at the time it would take to set up trading a bicycle for some of the shit they end up with would be
I
far
was
too
just
hard.
asking Monica here to be less demanding of Lady Edelgard's time.
Hi Monica, I forgot about you.
Need some? I was just...
That's it? Okay. A brawling tournament.
This is my first time working with the Gerald, the legend known across the ages as the Blade Breaker. And I get to see him with my own eyes. That means I have to try my absolute hardest.
I don't think we have anyone that's particularly good at brawling. You know, actually, we should check while we were there. We'll go back in and see. Because I'm pretty sure it shows you everyone. Yeah, C+. No one else can even do it. Like, he is 3 levels ahead. We don't have anyone that's particular brawler, so we don't really need the reward, which is steel gauntlets, so... Alright. You know, we still don't have access to that right side, if there even is anything over there that we can get to. That just occurred to me.
Well...
Professor.
Hello.
How are you feeling, Professor? You look rather ill, if you don't mind
Yeah,
my
I'm actually
saying so.
dying, and I don't know
Are
why.
you sick? If so, I would urge you not to push yourself too hard. Take some rest.
Nope.
Just my natural talent, nothing out of the ordinary. Enough wit now. You should lie down.
I have to talk to everyone and do a billion things a month. Oh, the gate already opened before I can get over here. I didn't know it, like, loaded before I got to the gate. Convenient.
You do not look well. Are you sure you aren't coming down with a cold or some other ailment?
What if I'm
Please visit a
afflicted?
doctor before your situation worsens. I suppose the infirmary is also an option. Though when I went there the other day, I was unable to receive medical guidance, as Professor Manuela was drunk and fast asleep on the floor.
That's your medical guidance. Get drunk, fall asleep on the floor. What if I'm inflicted with the same shit that village is?
I could use your help.
Deliver the latter. Someone in her position. I mean, it's gotta be a teacher. Or Rhea. It indicates it on the map anyway, so it's not really a big deal, but... Someone in her... There's a lot of cats over there. Cat gathering is never good.
Oh, goodness. Is something the matter, Professor? You look a little pale. Please be careful. It's so easy to catch a cold this time of year.
I was really hoping when it started talking about snow and all that. Just look at the quality of the skybox. I didn't even notice that before. That's a little low on the pixel count. But anyway, I was really hoping it would be like snowy and stuff here. But nothing's changed. As far as I can tell, it's exactly the same every month, which is a little unfortunate, but...
Professor,
what's up, Mo?
During the Red Wolf Moon, wild monsters make ready for the winter to come, stirring more than at any other time of the year. You were off for Ramire Village, isn't that right? Watch your step on that journey. May the goddess protect all of you.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, the little letters. Counselor, what's up? 3 notes. It's my turn to clean, but I'm feeling under the weather. I know that is. Even writing this note is a strain. Who should I ask? Mercedes? Clap? Ridiculous rumors, I don't know who that is, about ghosts appearing in the monastery. Aren't really ghosts, are there? Ghosts are everywhere. Oh, it's her. Hello. Wish to make more friends, but my brother always interferes. Well, that's an obvious one. It's either 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure. Let's just pick 2. There you go. 3 for 3, let's go, boy. No, we should talk to the person up there. I was gonna say we'll talk to them later, but they have a quest anyway.
This is a place of mysteriousness. I have awareness of how much difference every part of the world is. In a place alike to this place, you can imagine the goddess of Fodlan truly existing. At times I miss those places in Bridget. At times, I am missing those places so painfully.
Take a vacation. Go visit. Yeah, it was good noise from that NPC. Are they allowed to take, do they have like time off? They can like fuck off somewhere? Who's up here actually? Oh hey.
What is it? I'm in the middle of my daily duties. I assume you know by now that the 4 saints are all important figures in the teachings of Seros. Still, I have a particular fondness for Saint Sethlene. I have something to ask of you.
Collect information on the missing students. Find clues around the dormitory. You got an iron shield and a concoction. Whatever that is.
Need something?
We don't have very many points. And they're all divine pulse at this point, so... It would either be Sethlene or Maswil, I don't know, however that's pronounced. Because Sword and Reason are both things we do, and Lance and Faith are both things we do a lot of. We don't do any axe. We don't do any brawling. We only have 1 person with bows, so... Neither of those are particularly great.
See you again soon.
But I don't think we've actually even used a Divine Pulse yet. Excuse me. Here we go. The one time a divine pulse would have been nice to trigger, it was actually not possible to trigger because the map ended, so... That was literally it. That's all I had to do for this shit. Dude. Like, apart from that incident, we've had nothing else that actually triggers it, so...
Well done. You have my thanks.
You're welcome. So, what is a concoction? I assume it went to my convoy. Oops. Is it a better heal? It's a better heal. Okay. We've been healing very much anyway, but still. More lost items. I mean, that one's obvious. That one's Mercedes. I'm pretty sure. It's either that or Annie. But I'm fairly confident on the Mercedes. Trying to pronounce her name properly, don't mind me. One who likes writing stories. It's only so many people that come in here. Hello.
Professor, do you ever wish you could return to your life as a mercenary?
Every day of my life. But if I say I do not, she'll probably like it.
Is that so? I suppose you have become accustomed to your new line of work. This month's assignment will again take you outside of Garrickmach.
Yes, I know.
To Ramire Village. It was in Ramire that you first met Alois and the rest of his order, was it not? Half a year has come and gone since then.
6.
How quickly time passes.
She's not wrong.
It was half a year.
Why do you have a thing? Oh, right, the love letter.
I appreciate
Forgot.
this.
Imagine getting a love letter. Being the archbishop of a church. I suppose that's bound to happen, right?
Hey, you.
Also, hey, you. What's going on in here? A little
Professor,
secret meeting?
Captain Gerald just told me. Ramire Village is in a bad way, right?
The situation there is worrying, yes. But tell me, how was your vertigo?
I'm dying.
Were you not feeling okay? You seemed fine to me.
I hope you're not just saying that. We can't have you putting on a brave face, only to fall in battle.
I'm glad she didn't notice. A bunch of other people have noticed, but she hasn't. Not very observant.
Hey, Professor, I picked this up, but... Oh hey, it worked out perfectly. Want to trade me what you're holding for it?
Sure.
Thanks, Professor. This is great.
I have a glowing stone now.
The knights
I don't
go
know
out
what I'm
from
doing with
Garrick
these
Mach
items.
to take on all kinds of other duties. I'd sure like a job like that one day. Then again, I don't know. Serving Lady Rhea here is pretty good.
I don't really like that character. Very basic. Someone who hates cleaning. Wonder who that could be. You revealed the crest of flames. What is the point of doing that? By the way. It's not gonna tell me anything, I guess. It's just, excuse me. Didn't mean to rub on you, it's a little awkward.
I wonder how Ramire Village is faring. Hopefully we're not dealing with some new epidemic. It wouldn't be unheard of. Almost 20 years ago, a terrible plague blazed through Fargus. It even hit the capital city, taking the Queen Consort's life. Or so I heard. The whole kingdom was in an uproar over that loss. The person who saved the kingdom wasn't a doctor, but a holy woman, the fair Lady Cornelia. After that, she was awarded the honor of being a mage in the service of the royal family. She sounds like an amazing woman, but she must be pretty old by now. But hey, maybe she's aged like a fine wine.
Maybe she's aged like a fine wine. I'm gonna need you to stop. Please.
Really?
For all of our sakes, my dude. This run button's very nice, by the way.
I fear I may become a social recluse soon. My life consists of wearing a groove in the floor between the library and the dining hall. Although I guess a real recluse wouldn't leave their room, eh?
It's true. For the most part, anyway. Hello, Claude.
What in the world is happening in Remire Village? I hear even the knights have been dispatched. I hope it's nothing too serious. After all, that's where we first met. I have valued memories of the place.
Well, I suppose there were memories formed there. I was like, what kind of valued memories could you possibly get? Did I not pick up the quest over there? I wish I could just teleport over there, but I have to teleport to this, I guess. I talked to her. Oh, it's gotta load. Didn't I? It was a good noise. I don't know what that noise was, but I liked it.
Impressive. Thanks.
Landscape painting. I do want to get my professor level up.
Hello, Professor. What's that you got there?
The item, right.
Would you mind trading it with me for this?
Does this ever end, or are we just going around the whole fucking place?
Thank you so much. I'll be sure to take great care of it.
Path of Dawn. Alright, well, where is this one going? Over here, apparently. I have to go up here anyway, because I haven't talked to everyone. This is fine.
Well, Professor? It's about that thing you have there. If it's not too much of a bother, would you trade it for this?
No.
Thank you so much. I'll treasure it forever.
Medicinal eye drops. Still going, by the way.
Good day, Professor. Well then, I should go.
Was a brief interaction, to say the least. Good day, I should go. Okay. It was nice talking to you, I suppose. Hello.
Remire Village. Is that not where you met Edelgard? If you had not been there, something terrible could have happened. Did one of the house leaders know that mercenaries were staying in Remire Village? I wonder. It will remain a mystery for now. All we can do at this point is speculate.
Fair enough. And I don't feel like looking through all these rooms, so fuck that. I gotta go up to the library. We're gonna trade items with every single person in this school.
That's a nice thing you have there, Professor. Don't suppose you're planning on using it yourself.
Nope.
Why don't you trade it for this? Sounds good, right? Excellent doing business with you, Professor.
Two-tone whetstone.
I've always wanted to say that. Huh? However,
I didn't mean to hit that. That's where I get the whetstone then. Now who do I give the whetstone to? Knowing absolutely nothing about the rewards for either of these. As we all stare at each other awkwardly. I still hate this outfit, by the way. This is the stupidest outfit I've ever seen. Look at this shit. Why even have sleeves? And my arms are already covered. I don't even use the sleeves. Let's give it to Shamir.
You brought it, Professor? Hand it over and I'll make it worth your while.
How? You can't even afford your own drinks. Give it here. You won't regret it.
Excuse me? I asked first. Why don't we let the Professor decide?
Here you go, Shamir.
Her? What a letdown.
You made the right choice. Here's your reward. I'll let you borrow it later, Catherine, if you quit sulking. Thanks.
I get a bow. Suppose I could have looked at the quests, actually. See the reward. We went in blind, though. Somebody wants to talk to me over here. It's probably Shamir, considering we literally just did a quest with her. No, it's Marianne. Well, I guess we did a quest with her, too.
Dear Goddess, I ask for guidance. Professor, I suppose you came by to pray too?
Just passing by.
I see.
I'm not big on
That's
praying.
why I'm here. Oh, nothing specific. I only call upon the goddess to give thanks, or perhaps to ask for protection. Anyhow, I should be on my way. Okay.
Good chat.
I'm sorry. I don't really know what to say. I'm not very good at talking to people.
Or talking at all.
The truth is, I didn't interact with people too often before I came here. Oh, no particular reason. I'm simply not very good at it. That's just how I am. Thank you. I'm sorry. You shouldn't waste your time worrying about me. Please, just ignore me. I, have to be going now. Goodbye, Professor.
Off she goes. I flustered her. ... She seems alright. Okay. This should be all the talking, all of the applicable quests and stuff. Still can't go to the 3rd floor, whatever that is. Alright, let's look for some food? No. In fact, I don't think we need to do any food, do we? We got so many gifts and lost items that I don't think we need to do food. So let's do some teaching? Perhaps? By teaching, I mean teaching of myself. I'm gonna fast travel from where I'm standing to where I'm standing. What do I, what skills would I want to learn? We could put some more into faith. Put some into writing. So many options. We'll do faith and writing for now. I don't think Eloise does writing.
You're going. It feels like.
He does not. It does heavy armor. I could become a better punchy boy. Alright, well he doesn't do writing. I think Geralt might. I know Rhea does faith, obviously. There's not much of a question on that. Oh hey. An owl feather. We have so many gifts and stuff, we should be able to get morale without using food. Teaches reason as well. And fisties, apparently. That's less than I thought it would be. Alright, and then we'll go check Geralt, who might give writing. He is a cavalry unit, I'm pretty sure.
Kid.
Professor!
The situ.
He does teach writing. Okay. So we still have 4 points left. Let's go visit Seteth. Then maybe we'll do some choir, I don't know. Not actually sure.
What is it? I assume still.
You don't really teach much of anything. We get spears up to D. No. What do these two teach, actually? I don't think either of them is a cavalry unit.
It was you can't. If I take
As you were.
Bows and spears makes sense. Considering you give a bow.
It was if I.
As you were saying.
You could skip all of that. And punchy and sword also makes sense. We gotta spend it somewhere. I don't know why I traveled when it was like a small jaunt.
There are more knights, the underlying.
Ah, more cavalry. 1 XP off is a little unfortunate, but you also do cavalry, which you know what? We'll do.
Practice yields results.
And we should still have 2 more points, which I'm going to go ahead and save those 2 points for now. And we're going to, we'll just port it over here because the menu's up. We're going to save those 2 points for now because I think we might do head chef to have a meal for the stat boosts. And then if we need it, we'll do a meal with some people. But for now, that's going to be this video because I have to run around. I don't have to, but I'm going to run around, do all of these lost items. It's going to take forever. And then we'll maybe probably see about giving some of these gifts to people. Something like that. But it makes that noise when I zoom in. But for now, that's the end of the video. When I next see you, I will have done all of that, cleaned up some inventory space. Probably not shuffled abilities around, because we've still got stuff to teach and whatnot, so not too worried about that. But for now, that's it, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.